日本時間5月20日、米国時間5月19日、ロサンゼルス、ドジャースがサンディエゴ、パドレスとの激闘を4で制し、リーグ西地区首位争いを再び白熱させた。前日の敗戦で首位を明け渡したドジャース。この日は初回から大谷翔平が流れを変えた。左翼線への鋭い二塁打でチャンスメイクすると、球場の空気は一変。沈黙していた打線に火をつけた。さらにフレリーマンが右翼スタンドへ豪快なツーランを叩き込み、ドジャース通算200本塁打を達成。強力ブルペンを誇るパドレス相手に、序盤で主導権を奪った意味は大きかった。そして最大の見せ場はアンディ、パヘスだった。メイソン、ミラーの100マイル超え剛速球に対し、9球連続で食らいつく執念の打席を披露。ロバーツ監督は、技術ではなく意志の勝利、と絶賛し、フリーマンも、人生で見た中でも最高レベルの打席、と興奮を隠さなかった。終盤はドジャース救援陣が踏ん張り、壮絶なシーソーゲームを制圧。試合後には、大谷デーとなる翌日の先発登板にも注目が集まり、ライバル対決の熱気はさらに高まっている。この後、番組では試合の詳細と選手たちの証言が続く。ぜひ最後までご覧いただきたい。
All right, John, the series continues from San Diego, and we've got another beautiful night for baseball. The Dodgers and the Padres, the middle game in this three-game series, and what a game it was to begin this series. What a pitcher's duel it was. Yamamoto goes 7 innings, gives up the home run to Andujar in the first inning, and that was it. But Michael King just a touch better. 7 scoreless innings, and that back end of the bullpen a bit shaky in the ninth inning for Mason Miller, but he's able to finish it off. A 1-0 Padres win. Padres moving to first place in the West by a half game. We welcome you inside with Orr Hershiser. I'm Joe Davis. What a way to get this season series started between these teams last night.
Yeah, this is something the Dodgers don't want to extend. They've fallen out of first place. They're a half a game back. They can get it back again tonight.
Starting pitching was not the issue last night. Yamamoto, the 7 innings, just the 1 run allowed, and this is the last week or so. Really all season, they've been one of the best starting staffs in baseball.
Yeah, near the top of the National League, really the top of Major League Baseball as far as these starters. They're getting it done with 2 sides of the one lefty and a bunch of righties. And when you look at what's going on with these starters, they're attacking early and they're keeping the guys off the base. But tonight, Emmett Sheehan coming off of his best outing on just under 100 pitches. The innings went deep just like the other starters. And this was a guy that you were thinking is going to be out of the rotation. Well, he's not. He should be a formidable guy tonight.
Starting rotation good all season for the Dodgers. Not the case for the Padres, but during their 4-game winning streak, a sub-2 ERA for the group.
Yeah, and you've got to get on these guys because that bullpen behind them is dangerous. So the Dodger offense got to get going against these starters.
Although tonight it'll be Griffin Canning, 3 starts so far for the Padres, and he's given up more than a run per inning. Down to the field now. Here's Kirsten.
Thank you, Joe. If you look over the weekend as what the offense was able to do, they put up 31 runs. Last night they were shut out. So what we've been seeing is over the last month has been a bit more feast or famine. But talking to the guys, they said last night they felt like you just had to tip their cap to the pitchers on the Padres side, whether it was Michael King or that bullpen. But they had some positives, not only getting 10 base runners, but getting the pitch count up for some of those back-end relievers. They felt really good about that. And even Dave Roberts today said that he still feels very optimistic that this offense is continuing to trend in the right direction. He just wants to see them get going early against Griffin Canning, guys.
All right, Kirsten, as the Dodgers try to tie this series up at a game apiece, and these fans try to do what the fans last night did and turn this into an October environment. We've got first pitch coming up on 2 hits and a walk yesterday. Dodgers had 5 hits and 5 walks in the game. Constant traffic, especially through the late innings, but did not come up with a big hit. Ohtani pokes a base hit to left field. Sheets hustles over there, but it's all the way to the corner before he corrals it. Leadoff double, Shohei Ohtani.
Very little movement in this swing. He just kind of slashes at it, keeps his hands back and just barely turns his hips, barely turns his shoulders, and just throws the head of the bat at it. Hits it solid. Solid enough to make it to the wall.
And so it takes just one hitter to set the Dodgers up with a chance at redemption from yesterday when they were 0 for 7 with runners in scoring position.
He's coming back off the IL.
Sharp ground ball. Tatis gets there from his old spot as shortstop, throws Betts out. Brand new to second base. Craig Stammen, the manager, was saying the other day, you could pick pretty much any spot and he could play Gold Glove level there. He is that talented, that gifted physically.
The range and the glove, not that big a deal. Pretty pedestrian. But the throw and to be accurate with your body going that aggressively towards third base and throwing it back to first, outstanding.
On the 0-1 from Canning. Lifts it to left field. Back goes Sheets. Onto the track at the wall, off the very top of the wall. It's a home run. It's a home run for Freddie Freeman in a big way to snap the long skid. 2-0. Dodgers on the board in San Diego.
Well, the formula to beat this San Diego Padre team is to get them early because their bullpen is outstanding. And this is real early. And this is just enough length, isn't it? Going to score the run with a sac fly. Going to score 2 with that ball.
First one from Canyon is chopped to second. Hernandez will score, and it's a 4-3 game on a pair of productive outs after the double.
Dodgers catch a break that they didn't bring the infield in against Shohei, but I don't think any infielders want to play in against him.
Yeah. Signing the dotted line first. Said it's been great to have the Padres there to push him. Ohtani scorches a base hit into right field. Hustling out of the box. Chugging for second. He's got a leadoff double. The ball kicks away, and man, he's playing with his hair on fire.
I don't know if he hit his helmet or he knocked it off on purpose to run faster, but he was definitely thinking too as soon as he left the box. And boy, has he got good balance now. The swing looks in tune.
He says this thing's too heavy. Get off me.
Yeah, he took it off. He said, I need some speed. I want to feel the wind.
And I got great hair.
Another endorsement coming.
Another 2-2. Betts lifts one in the air to right center field. Merrill sprinted in that direction, makes the grab. That'll get the job done. Ohtani to third. Go ahead run 90 feet away. Good stuff by Mookie Betts, who was down quickly. Still found a way to advance him.
Freddie, before we get into the offense, let's just talk about this bullpen. Coming into this, it felt like all the talks on the Padres bullpen. Yes, they're excellent, but the Dodgers bullpen, what did you see from your guys tonight?
I mean, just zeros all across the board today. A couple of mistakes from Emmett on the home runs, but overall, I thought he still pitched pretty well. But our bullpen, Edgardo, man, just he's been awesome in the middle innings, and then Tanner was great. You know, Will, Blake, everyone. It was just a great group effort tonight.
It was, of course, a way you guys had to find something to break through, especially against Mason Miller. When you're watching an at-bat like Andy Paz, what he was able to do, 9 pitches, fouling them off. I mean, what is, just as a fan of this game, as a teammate, what were you seeing in that at-bat from Andy?
I said it in the dugout after it was done. I said that's one of the most incredible at-bats I've ever seen in person. I hope people break that one down. Hitting 95 is hard. Hitting 100 is even harder. Hitting 102 is probably the hardest thing to do. And he was spoiling pitches, sliders, heaters. Felt like he was on everything. I don't know if there's enough words to really describe that at bat. It's one of the greatest at bats I've seen.
I know that for you personally, you've been kind of looking for the right feeling at the plate. But for you to give your team 2 home runs tonight, just putting your guys in a position, even to battle back late in this game, what were you seeing at the plate, and how are you feeling right now at the plate?
I felt better today. I did a little swing thing right before the game, trying to swing up to try and stop the cut swing, and I had some instant results, so we'll take that into tomorrow.
Are these the kind of games you've just come to accept when you see these two teams coming together right now?
Yeah, it's going to be close every game. It's a great pitching staffs on both sides, good baseball teams. It's going to be a good baseball game, and back-to-back games of really good games, and thankfully we came out on this one.
A big win tonight, Freddie. Feel better, and thank you so much.
No, thank you, Kirsten.
Un cerrador dominante, ¿qué significa para el equipo y para ti que puedan sacar esa carrera y ganar ese juego contra él?
Obviamente para el equipo, bueno, lo más importante que es ganar, ¿no? Y para mí, obviamente, es importante también porque ayudé al equipo a ganar. Pero cuando tú tienes la confianza y te sientes bien con un pitcher, yo creo que puedes hacer el trabajo, y eso fue lo que sucedió hoy.
Yeah, the most important thing is to win. To win at any cost. Doing that against a pitcher of that caliber is obviously really good, but the most important thing is to win. And I felt very confident the whole time through facing him.
You saw him last. Okay.
Did having seen him yesterday help you?
Ayudó viéndolo ayer.
Yo lo había enfrentado antes ya. O sea, para mí es un pitcher que tira duro nada más. La verdad, o sea, es un buen lanzador, pero para mí es simplemente un pitcher que tira duro, que si tú logras estar a tiempo a su lanzamiento, puede hacerle daño.
Yeah, I've seen him before, and for me, he's just a pitcher that really throws really hard, and if your timing is right and you're exact with them, you can have success against him.
Freddie called your at-bat just one of the greatest he's ever seen in person. Can you just describe yourself navigating through that at-bat, fouling off pitches, and what you were looking to do there?
Freddie dijo que es uno de los mejores bateadores que ha visto. ¿Qué pudiste hacer o qué pudiste hacer contra él?
Yo tratar de seguir mi plan, ¿no? Seguir mi plan, pero hubieron, o sea, caí 2-0 bajo y ya después lo único que quedaba era estar listo para lo que él tirara y al darle esos fouls, los picheos buenos que él me tiró, ya yo me di más cuenta de que 100% yo le iba a dar la bola para adelante.
Yeah, just stay confident in my approach, stay confident in my plan. I got behind 0-2, but just try to stick to that approach. Obviously, fouled off a couple tough pitches, but staying to that approach to make the ball or push the ball forward or hit the ball forward.
You're kind of shaking your head after that last slider. Is that sort of like what you knew you hadn't timed up?
Cuando te dio ese slider, ¿tú pensabas que lo tenías a tiempo?
Hubieron picheos que obviamente, unos picheos que se vieron que yo le di, estuve tarde, pero hubieron otros que yo creo que le podía hacer mucho daño con algunos picheos. Simplemente fueron picheos que salieron de foul, pero sí hubieron algunos picheos que yo creo que si le daba para adelante iba a hacer un poco más de daño.
Yeah, there's some pitches where I felt like I was late on, or you could see that I was late on, and there's some pitches where I could have done a lot of damage on, so it was kind of one of those back and forths where he felt a little bit ahead or I felt a little bit behind, kind of one of those things where he had confidence, I had confidence, but at the end of the day, I felt really good about my approach and being able to put the ball forward.
Well, before we talk about you, just this bullpen. I feel like coming into the series, there's so much talk about the Padres bullpen, but to see your guys battle just back and forth, well, how do you describe just kind of what they were able to do to close out this game?
Yeah, it was unreal. Obviously, as a starting pitcher, your job's to get through 6+ innings, but to have them behind me and to pick me up like that, it was awesome.
Yeah, how did you find just navigating this one for yourself?
Yeah, not great. Not a ton of positives to take from it personally. I think, just leave my fastball down the middle way too much. Not really competitive with 2 strikes either, and then, yeah, just not making very good pitches.
Your start being done after 4 innings, just kind of the stress of those 4 innings, rather than anything going on with you?
Yeah, I think they're just barreling me, and I think that when that happens, they're going to want to look for another option probably, which it's understandable. I felt good going in, felt good through that, all healthy. So, yeah, just move on to the next one.
Dodgers beat the Padres 5-4. Let's hear from Dave Roberts with the media.
With the at-bat for Andy Paz up against Mason Miller, what are you seeing from him there? And did that just kind of feel like a culmination of everything he did this offseason to put himself reading pitches, fouling things off, and just putting himself in a position to be successful?
I think the work, that he's put in, I think kind of showed itself right there. But I think at the end of the day, it was just fight. It was just will, determination, and, that's why, for me, it's just kind of the compete and not worrying about mechanics and, this and that. It's just me versus you. And it was him versus Mason Miller, and he wasn't going to lose that battle. And Mason's the best in the game right now. And, Andy he willed himself to do something productive in that at bat.
All right, so that sets up the rubber game tomorrow. Jerry, with Shohei Ohtani on the mound against the Padres.
Right man, right spot, the big show to win the series.
Listen, it's been fun so far. Go out there, win the series.
All right, Dodgers have a chance to take 2 out of 3 over the Padres before heading to Milwaukee. For Jerry, Nomar, and Kirsten, I'm John. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow on Shohei Day, pregame 4:30 here on Sportsnet LA.
今回も最後までご視聴いただき本当にありがとうございました。動画の内容を楽しんでいただけたでしょうか。もしよろしければチャンネル登録と高評価をお願いいたします。皆さんの応援が今後の動画制作の大きな励みになります。それではまた次回の動画でお会いしましょう。